Hey, this is Jabbar Muhammad. I'm with the DB Network.
It's business. So like for instance, let's say you didn't have a good combine for whatever reason, but they know the scouts, they've been studying you for years and they know you can run. They know, your measurables, but they want to put that stress, put that pressure on you so that it can, maybe you don't perform well, drop back, drop down in the draft, and then
Yeah,
they get you as a steal. So, that's
yeah.
part of the process. But how did you feel that you competed at the combine?
I feel like I looked the best in the. I just competed in the on-field drills. I feel like I looked the best in the on-field drills. I don't think it was close, honestly.
Okay.
Um, that's pretty much what I was going in there to do. But everything else, I'm gonna participate in my pro day. But as far as combine, I feel like I did pretty good competing within the drills.
Right. Now, where did you go to prepare?
I'm in LA, Orange County.
Okay.
Yeah, Orange County area sports academy.
Where's Academy? All right. Well, let's shout that trainer out, man. Who's your trainer? Your combine?
Yeah, Les Spellman. Les Spellman.
Les Spellman,
Yeah.
Orange County. Okay, that's what's up, man. So you felt very comfortable in your process.
Oh yeah, I feel very comfortable within the process. Yeah, I feel pretty good. It was a smooth transition from because I played my last game on the first, and then I came to start training on the eighth. So it was a pretty smooth process within it.
Got you. So how did you choose your combine trainer?
Yeah. So it was basically my agent, which is my big brother actually. He kind of knows me specifically. He knows what I need to work on. He knows my strengths and weaknesses, and just doing some research on Les's background. He's real good within the 40 and things like that. So I wanted to get with him. Like he's like a specialist, work with Olympians and all type of things. So I want to get with him to try to get my time down as much as possible. I didn't run at the combine because I wanted to get the full 8 weeks of training so I could run the time that I wanted. And shoot, I'm there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see at pro day.
Hey, so I talk about this all the time. So just to let you know, Jabbar, so I played 3 years in the NFL. I played for the Texans and the Saints, right?
Hmm.
I was a MAC guy, so I went to Ohio University. And I'm just, you're very fortunate because you have your big brother as your, in essence, your mentor, your agent. And for him to give you that advice, for him to do his, what we call in business, due diligence,
Hmm.
man, that will save you tremendously. I didn't even have a process. So my dad, he didn't play collegiate ball. He didn't play any ball. My dad didn't even go to college. But I was so locked in. I was like, hey, look, I trust my dad. So I was locked in. I was like, look, you focus on the business side. I'm going to focus on football, right? Like
Yeah.
blinders. Man, my dad listen, I got to take it. I'm a man. So I made the final decision. But man, he wasn't equipped with the information, bruh. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Man, he's made all type of bad decisions, or not decisions, but recommendations.
Hmm.
So I just want to give you and your brother, man. That's so smart to have a quality person on your team, and I
Yeah,
and I
man,
push
definitely,
team.
definitely. Because at the same time, like as far as like the process, like you say, process, like I don't really have a agent process because I already knew what I was going with. He got certified last year, and shoot over the course of this year, just doing all his research and things like that. He signed with Young Money. So man, I didn't really have a process that a lot of these guys go through trying to pick an agent. I kind of already knew what I was going with, so I could really focus throughout the whole season, like you said, just ball. So it was pretty easy for me, and also like I ain't got to worry about you hear them typical agent stories. I ain't got to worry about that's family. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about I ain't got to worry about nothing too crazy. If anything, I can always go tell my mama on them or something. Like I said, that's family, so it ain't
That's what I'm
it ain't
talking about.
really yeah it ain't no none of those type of stories that I'm gonna have.
Got you, got you.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good to hear, man. So let's bring it back, man. So I'm a how I heard about you early. So I was talking to Leroy Bryant over at
Yeah,
UW,
yeah, Leroy. Yeah,
talking to him, and then I was like, "Hey, man, who's the guy? Like, besides you, who's the guy?" He's like, "Hey, man, this dude out of Oklahoma State. I'm not gonna lie, like, he the
yeah,
one. Like, pay attention to him." And I was like, "For real?" And that takes a lot because most DBs, you know what I'm saying, they're not really gonna keep it real on who's better than
yeah.
them. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
So he's,
definitely.
hey, he's the dude. So I was like, boom, I've been plugged in. Y'all go to the national championship. I'm like, dang, and then you transfer up. I'm like, dang, that's the way the transfer portal is supposed to be used. Like,
Right.
talk about talk about your journey, like Oklahoma State. How you chose Oklahoma State, and
Hmm.
then why you dubbed, because I think that was from the outside looking in, probably one of the best decisions, someone could have made in terms of transferring to the right situation.
Yeah. So out of high school, I wasn't really like crazily recruited. I actually committed to Oklahoma State my sophomore year of high school. Just connections as far as I knew the corners coach there really well. He coached my older cousin, so I already knew him pretty well, and I just kind of rolled that relationship out. This coach Tim W. Actually taught me a lot. Oklahoma State taught me a whole lot that I still carry throughout today. But at the end of the day, man, I love to compete, and I wanted to compete at the highest level. And I wasn't really just content on winning a certain amount of games to go to a bowl game or things like that. But when I was always taught when I was younger, man, if you're gonna compete, man, you're gonna do it at the highest stage. So that's just kind of one of the values that I carry. And so I ended up entering the portal and got in contact with Dub, and man, they told me everybody was coming back, like as far as Mike and Rome and all those first round picks, all those guys. I said, if it's anywhere I need to be, I need to be there. They went 11-2 the past year, and I just knew it was going to be something special up there. So just to get up there and experience that type of ball, being around like Coach DeBoer, who's an offensive head coach, and his scheme and things like that, like I've never seen anything like it. Just as far as how balanced it was, the passing attack and things like that. Like I said, I've never seen any football like that. I've never seen a quarterback rip the ball like Mike. So I feel like I needed that in order to enhance my game a little bit. And shoot, like you said, man, everything kind of like worked out. I played. Obviously, I didn't win a natty, but I played in the natty. I played against some top notch receivers, and I feel like the Pac-12 was the best conference that year, 2023. I feel like it was the best conference that year. Yeah, I played against some really good receivers. Went deep into the playoffs. Obviously didn't win a natty, but shoot, just the experience is a blessing. I know I want to say I went to win it, but the experience was definitely a blessing. So yeah, man. Shoot, and then after that. I was actually want to declare after that season. I want to leave. I just sat down with like I said, my brother, my father, my parents, and everything like that, and we kind of decided that coming back was the best thing for me, which it was. It was the best thing. I was kind of acting off emotions after that year. Obviously, had a really good year, but I had a good year at Oklahoma State too. But I just wanted to put some really good things on tape, some more things I left out on tape. You can't go wrong with 3 really good years on tape, and I feel like that's what I have now. So everything kind of worked out. But Coach DeBoer ended up taking a job at Bama, so I wound up in the portal again, and man, I got in contact with Coach Landing and things like that. And I've never played for a defensive head coach, so for him to be a defensive guy, he told me his track record and things like that, the scheme, I feel like it was just the perfect fit for me. And shoot, so that was a decision for Oregon. And then, man, I wouldn't trade that for anything. I learned a lot under that system. Became a way smarter player, a way more physical player, just because like I said, he's a defensive guy. He was with Saban and things like that. So just to learn up under him was definitely a blessing as well. So that kind of went into the transfers with that. But obviously we didn't end the season like we wanted to this past year. But man, like I said, I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Hey, so Jabbar, you just opened my eyes, man. So I'm 38. Okay, so we didn't have transfer portal, and just how old heads are. Sometimes you be like, man, the new generation, man, they just hopping in the portal because they didn't get their way. And I know this happens. You're not the only one, but like D said, man, you transfer up,
Yeah,
and you did it multiple times. And the thing is, I can see how that would, the way you expressed it, I can see how that benefits you, man. Because first of all, you got different type of schemes, different type of
definitely,
coaches. I mean, you got knowledge from great coaches. You're going against the top receivers in the country, top quarterback, as we see, guys in the NFL now. So man, that just opened my eyes, man. That could really help your journey. I can see that.
definitely. Like man, I can really say like, bro, I've seen it all. Honestly, I really have. From a 6'4" guy who can run, from a 6 foot guy that can run, a 5'9" twitchy slot, to a run heavy team in a Big Ten. Like I said, I've literally seen it all. I don't feel like going to the league. I don't think I'll be like average rookie. I feel like I'll be I don't say a seasoned rookie, but I feel like I've seen enough to be pretty polished. Like you said, man, you said it all. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've been in 3 different conferences: a Air Raid conference, a balanced conference, and shoot, a Big Ten, which is supposed to be one of the most physical conferences. So, like I said, I've really truly seen it all.
Yeah. So what would you say? From watching you, the one thing that I like the most is that you stay in your pedal, and it
Hmm.
looks like you're reading because you don't see many DBs play from their pedal and
Yeah,
be able to have someone running full speed at you and then have you still be keying the quarterback. So where did you learn that? Where did you learn how to be comfortable in your pedal and
yeah.
not without giving away the secret sauce? Like what are
Nah,
you
yeah, yeah.
looking at when you're pedaling? Your guy's here, but you're looking that way.
Yeah, so I actually started training for defensive back when I was in fifth grade. I started training for it. So I was already kind of, I was already ahead, honestly. So my trainer back in Dallas, Kyle Ward, kind of taught me almost everything I know about the defensive back position. So just me, I'll say just experience. Like I said, I've been doing this since for a long time, been doing this since fifth grade. So nothing really rattles me. I can stand in front of guys who run 4.2. I can stand in front of guys who run 4.4. But it's all about just, what I'm saying, getting the reps at it. I'm really good at, reading raps. I mean, I said reading raps, reading routes and things like that. So I know the route tree, I key the three step and things like that. So if you just, trusting your technique and everything like that, the game becomes really easy. And things that, people might think is hard is not really hard. You just kind of stick to your basics, stick to your fundamentals, which I think I do. I think I think I can do it. Like I said, I've been in every single scheme. Bail man, press man, off man, whatever it may be. I'm seasoned at all of it. Literally, I think I'm the best at, all of those techniques in this draft. I'm adaptable as far as, like I said, schematics. I've been in three different schemes. I've been an eraser in every single scheme. I've been the guy in every single scheme. I feel but to answer your question, just the technique, man. Just trusting in my technique, trusting in what I see. My eyes not gonna tell me wrong. So
All right, so Jabbar, I got a question for you. All right, you kind of
yeah,
already answered it right there, man. You're a really good speaker, man. You can talk very well.
thank you.
So all right, so look, a little role play. I'm a GM.
hmm
All right, I'm looking at you,
hmm
and just a couple sentences. Tell me why you would be best for my team.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be best for your team just based off position flexibility. You'll look at my film, man. I can play inside and outside. People might try to bring up measurables and things like that, but all I gotta say that to say to that is watch the film. Literally watch the film. I feel like you could pull some of my best games out, and it's against some of the top guys. Guys who went first round, early second round, and things like that. I'm savvy. My ball production is crazy. When the ball's in the air, I'm the same height as whoever I'm going against. And yeah, man, I feel like I'm and also willing tackling. I'm physical. Like I said, inside and outside, man. You just can't keep me off the field.
I love it. I love it. I played in the league, so no matter who you are, usually you're a rookie, you're gonna play special teams. So you
Yeah.
ready to get down and dirty on the special teams for that rookie
Man,
year?
special team gave me my first adrenaline rush in college. So I'll always be willing and happy in any instance to play special teams, all four. So I never ever say no to special teams. That's kind of like I said, you can't keep me off the field. So whatever it is that I need to do, whatever it is that you want me to do, man, I got it. I've done it, and I've excelled at it. So
Gotcha. I love it. I love the confidence.
yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. So let's talk about all the offenses, all the quarterbacks, all the receivers you've gone against. All right, so don't put them in any order. Just give
hmm
me the top three receivers you feel like you've gone against,
Yeah. This is not counting like practice or whatever.
that you've gone against in your life, because I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like I've gone to, yeah, I practiced against some guys.
Yeah, I
you
practice
know,
against some.
give me three that you're like, okay, they definitely got me better for sure.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go with Quentin Johnston when I was at Oklahoma State. He was at TCU
Okay.
2022. I'm gonna go with Rome Odunze when I was at UW. Man, I'm gonna go with that Texas patch from last year. Adonai Mitchell and Worthy. That was pretty good. Had to be on my P's and Q's the whole game for those guys, just because we all know how good Sark is with dialing stuff up. So just had to be on my P's and Q's with those guys. But man, there's so many more.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
many more guys I can't even rank, but those are just a few that I can say that I was like, okay, let me. I dial in every game, but I'm like, okay, let me lock really lock in.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mark.
Did you say were you gonna ask him D about quarterbacks? I heard you say that.
Nah, yeah, we don't really have to do quarterbacks. Like I'm more interested in the guy that in front of him, because I like you said, you got Penix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
you got
yeah, that's not it.
and then even like Quinn Ewers, a guy like Quinn Ewers, it still is Sark. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so
Yeah, man, it's definitely those guys are remarkable. Like especially Mike, I ain't never seen nothing like that. To this day, I haven't seen nobody rip the ball like that, man. I swear, I've been around some dudes, man. I really have.
so
So
we go ahead,
I'm
Mark.
sorry. I was gonna say Jabbar. So growing up, so you've been playing DB since what, fifth grade?
Yeah,
So growing up, who was that DB? Who was that cornerback that you were like, man, that dude's nice?
Trey White. Trey White is who I first started watching. That's my mentor gave me to study, and ever since then, man, I was just in love with his game. As far as he's 5'10", but he's twitchy. He keeps up with the fastest guys. He can press, he can play off. He's patient. Just a really dynamic player, man. As far as I feel like I can really compare myself to him as far as comp wise, just being able to win at the catch point, even though he's undersized, being able to trusting his technique and win majority of his battles just within that. So it was definitely Trey White growing up, but I like a lot of guys, man. I don't really, I'm not with the consensus. I don't really do I'm not gonna sit up here and say like, hey, Sauce Gardner's my favorite corner. I can't do what Sauce do. I'm not blessed with what Sauce has. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like a lot of guys, but I'll definitely say that my guys aren't with the consensus as far as those top guys you would say.
Absolutely.
Yep. And as throwing in the body type, my comp mark was DJ Reed. DJ Reed is one of my favorite
That's
guys.
one of my guys. That's one of my guys too. That's one of my
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Reed is who he reminds me of is he's always doing everything right, which is which makes offenses really really have to execute to beat you.
Yeah.
So you've been playing since the 5th grade, which I think without question is the reason why I believe that your technique was. I don't like to do tops, but it's definitely top 2. Just
Yeah.
some random guy I could throw in there.
Yeah.
So what would you say are the 5 DB essentials that,
Hmm.
hey, I'm starting in the 11th grade, or I just started 5 days ago. These are the 5 things that you need to be a successful DB, and this is all the way from being a corner, safety to the position.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give you three since you said 11th grade. I'm gonna give you like three top ones. You know what I'm saying? Just that I can think of off of my head, man. Number one is confidence. I feel like, bro, that's the most important one. Just knowing that you gotta have that confidence, man. You're gonna get hit sometimes. Sometimes things not gonna go your way. Sometimes you're gonna be days where it's like, man, is this even for me? But you gotta just kind of fight that battle in your head, man. Defensive back is not an easy position. I feel like it's the second hardest position on the field. If I'm being real. Yeah, DB is tough. So you gotta have that confidence, man. Just as far as sometimes things not gonna go my way. I'm gonna get hit sometimes. You gotta just have that mentality, just to bounce back. Two, I'm gonna say footwork. Footwork is a lot. You win with your feet, man. At the end of the day, a lot of that stuff gonna be dead. You win with your feet. We all know hands are a plus. Well, for me, as far as my game, hands are a plus. But you win with your feet. 9 times out of 10, you win the rep. And number three, man, I'm gonna say ball skills. Shoot, it ain't nothing like I tend to have a lot of these reps where I kill a guy. Oh, I'm not say kill. I dominate a guy, at the line or within my technique, and then at the end of the rep it goes to BS because I drop the ball or something like that, or don't make a good play on the ball. So I'm gonna say ball skills. Those three are definitely essential for a DB who just wants to shoot, make some plays, or get a scholarship, or just jump off film, whatever it may be.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just taking note right now, Jabbar. I like how I like your desire to compete with the best, man. Because
yeah,
you know how it is. You know how it is, like at the camps or different in practice. Sometimes you about to do one-on-ones, and sometimes you see some guys don't want to go against the best on the field, right? They don't want
yeah,
to, they don't want to put it on film. But I can tell, man, your personality. I think your personality is a good fit for the game and for the league. And
yeah, definitely.
the league is a whole nother level. I will tell you that. And I think the key is just your love for the game and your love for competition. And I
Yeah,
think you
man,
just continue to keep that, you'll be great.
definitely. I appreciate that. I really do. I'll probably say that just comes from shoot my pops, man. Honestly, he taught us the game when we was little. As far he not position specifics, but as far as when we was little, as far as just little fundamental things and things like that. But his whole thing was just mindset. You know what I'm saying? We got about 5, 6 brothers, a lot of cousins and things like that. But his whole thing was just mindset. He always wanted us to be the best wherever we went, what camp it was. He always said, go get the guy. You know what I'm saying? He kind of knew, like as far as like I said, our measurables and things like that. We weren't just the most physically attracted kids. We didn't really, as some may say, pass the eye test. But man, that all that can go away if you go get the guy who got all the offers. Go get the guy who got all the clout and things like that. You want to go take it. That's kind of how I was raised. So I kind of just step into on the field or whatever I may be doing as far as competing with that mindset.
I love it. Hey, we got to make that a thing, man. D, go get the guy from Jabbar.
Yeah, go get the guy.
I love it.
Bro, hey, look, so check me
Go
out,
get the
Mark.
guy.
Mark, you got people doing this, you got people doing all that, right? And I'm like, I seen him do it like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So like it didn't really click that like he made it up until it really. I'm telling you,
Hold up, Jabbar, that's you, bro.
that's
Yeah,
him.
it's me. Yeah, it's me.
We gotta
Okay.
let everybody know where it came from, D.
Yeah,
Yeah, most
On our
definitely, most
page.
definitely.
So yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that's great.
A lot of people, everybody know, really, everybody know.
Hmm.
I think it's just the lead guys who don't know yet, but a lot of my peers, a lot of college guys know.
Yeah, nah, cause you see in the league, like, it's already a trend by the time it gets to them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's already left
yeah.
home base. It's already been a trend. So I'm just like, I wonder if people know that because it's
Nah,
everywhere. Yeah. So Mark, he got 5 minutes. He got to get some recovery in. Any last thoughts?
Nah, man. Listen, Jabbar, just always stay hungry and open, bro. I'm 38 and I'm learning from you, man.
yeah,
Learn from everything. Leverage every experience. Be open. I have a word that I like to use, what you call agnostic to a lot of things, meaning agnostic, meaning I'm going to take a little bit from this corner. I'm going to take a little bit from this guy, take a little bit from this
yeah.
coach. I'm not dogmatic in my views. So just be open and constantly improve and adapt,
Got
constantly
you,
evolve.
got you.
Yep. And man, I appreciate you. And like I said, I'm learning a lot as well. And that's definitely what I'm gonna take. And that's another thing that you can put on a t-shirt and start selling is go get the guy.
Yeah,
Because a
go
lot,
get the,
coach, how do I stand out in camp? Well, I'm like, Johnny, like there's 500 kids out here. If you're not running for whatever, you got to go get the guy. Like,
get the guy. Seriously, man. Seriously, that's the mindset. I don't really see too much of that these days. I see a lot of kids, running away from that smoke because they, like I said, we live in a social media era. People don't want to get embarrassed, but at the end of the day, man, no risk, no stories. Shoot.